kitchen counter haul. Today, Jason and I had to go pick up our meat order from Jones over there in Climax. And, well, I had a big box of stuff that had to go to Goodwill. And you know, you're always kind of, I'm going to drop stuff off at Goodwill, but I'm also going to stop and look in. And I told Jason, I said I didn't really have a whole lot of hope that there'd be a lot on a Saturday morning at the Goodwill. And there was quite a few people in there. But I was pleasantly surprised. They had like 4 carts sitting out there full of stuff. People were going through. I was going through. The shelves were full. People were working. So it was nice to see. So I did get a few things. Jason picked this out. It's just a simple shelf. And it will get repainted. And that'll go to the booth. Somebody had little hooks right there. I took those out, metal hooks, and I just thought it'd be a great way to snag your hand or something on that, so I just took those out. So this will be repainted, a different color. Now, you know, if you know, you know, I guess. I collect these. These were taped together. Here's my little standard little China pattern there. They're not marked. There's no USA on the bottom. So I can get it where you can see. There. So a couple of them are a little bit chipped up. Let's see. There you go. Some chips, a little staining. But for the most part, there's 6. I think it was like $5. Sorry. Had you up in the air. It was like $5 for 6 of those. They were a little more pricey on these. These are the big, I don't know if these would have been salad bowls or chili bowls, cereal bowls. I don't know. Same pattern. You can see it around the edge there. A little more staining on the edge. These are like $3 a piece. So I picked up both of them. They're $3 a piece, and then $5 for those berry bowls. Now this will be going to the booth. It's a red-handled rolling pin, so you can see. This I thought was cool. It's a Yeti coffee mug. You can see Yeti there. Nothing wrong with it. I've washed it, cleaned it. I even took the seal off the top and took that, washed it out, all of that out. I think it was like $3, $3 or $4 for a brand new Yeti coffee mug. And I picked up one of these. You've probably seen the video before this. I had a Pyrex lid, divided Pyrex lid in this one. So this is a good size round casserole lid. You can see the 475. So anyway, Pyrex. So it's a good idea that when you find those in good shape and for a good price to hang on to them until you get the casserole part. I also found this little brass bucket or bowl or pot holder, whatever you want to call it. That is also going to the booth. So, and Jason got himself, sorry if I had you turned you upside down there. Jason also got himself what he calls a whoopee, which is a camouflaged something or another. I'm guessing it's a military thing. Anyway, we're going to show you how we are going to leave the decoration on our Commode cabinet, our fancy Commode cabinet, and my big shelf over there where all my military stuff is. So we're going to show you that. All right,
so we're going to do a little bit of redecorating on our Commode cabinet here. You can see here we've got our little paintings or prints. They're older prints. One is on a nail. I could take it easily off the wall, but this one is on a Velcro strip, one of those 3M Velcro strips. So since we've got them up there, we're not going to play around with getting them back even again. So we're going to decorate our box and the top of our Commode cabinet with all of our thrifted or antique finds. And the last one was that biggie that I found at the last estate sale I showed you. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm not going to talk a lot about this, just going to go ahead and just show you how we've got it styled for January. Maybe changing it out for spring. And that's how we're doing our Commode cabinet for right now in the wintertime. Like I said, we'll probably be redoing it for spring, getting a few more springy colors in. And I like to do a little bit of decorating in the spring, kind of centered around canning and preserving utensils and that kind of thing, because we do a lot of that here. So that's how we got this for right now. I won't say the winter. We don't necessarily decorate just for winter. I know a lot of people use whites and blues, wintry greens, that kind of thing. So, but this is how we're going to do it for right now. And then we're going to go over that way. Over that way. And we're going to do our big cabinet where we've got all the military pictures. So hold on for that. So this is our big cabinet we got off of the 65-mile yard sale in the fall. We are going to decorate the top of it. Get you seated there. If you remember this, I think this came from an estate sale where I got a potato masher. And it is a really pretty piece of linen. It's going to go across the top. Doesn't really matter that it hangs down. Whenever I need to get to these drawers, which a lot of them are just stuff that I keep either up here or candles. So we'll just flip it up whenever we need to get into those drawers. We don't get into them very often. So, just want to see if that's even, and it is not. Let's check again. Looks better. Looks better. All right, so as you know, I've got a lot of these military pictures up here on the wall. And then my mom's picture is over here, her high school picture. So we try to keep this in the general older fashioned military family deal. And that's the clock from Jason's family. All right, so I bought this at a yard sale one time, or an estate sale outside. All they had was outside stuff, and this was just kind of in water. It is really rusty. Doesn't have a glass, doesn't have a back. I've never tried to put one in it, so it just looks the way it looks. Now, over here in the corner, we're going to be using, this is a candle, a battery-powered candle. I've got a riser and a handkerchief. Okay, now this does have a little bit of that winter blue, I guess you could say, in it. It's just a little color over here on this side. One of my favorite picture frames with Mom in it. You can notice the sides of it. I need something a little high in that corner. So, and then this, had this for a minute too, got this from an estate sale. Just a little brass pot. And we're going to put a little bit of greenery and our old eyeglass holder in here. And the rest of it's going to be some pictures and a little bit of trinkets. I like keeping old black and whites over here. This is my grandfather in uniform in World War II. So he's going to be over here. And we've got one more picture of Jason's grandfather, Pop, when he was in the Air Force. Put him over here. And this, a couple of things that Miss Beta gave me. This little brass box. We're going to put that over here on the side. And then I believe someone said this was a cup and saucer holder. I don't do cups and saucers, so I have to find other things to do it with. I think in Christmas I had some keys hanging on it. But for now, we're going to bring out some of these old Victory mail or the War Department, the little microfilm mail that used to get mailed out in the war. Just going to put it there. And then the glasses Miss Betty sent. I don't know that they'll fit in that glass case because of the earpieces. And they are bifocals. They're so cute. I thought about hanging them, which I'll show you. But I don't quite like that look, so we just put them here. You know, make it look like if you want to just come back and read a letter from someone you had overseas. And this is how we're doing for right now, for winter on this big cabinet. And I'll take you closer. See, there's Mom. High school. Not quite thrilled with everything, but it's pretty much going to be that way probably until spring. Or until I have another haul from an estate sale or something and I just want to display something else. So thank you for watching South Georgia Home. I hope you enjoyed this. And we'll see you again next time.